I think love is gone in our generation. I mean, a lot of the times when we talk about things like this, when we talk about love, when we talk about showing care towards the people that we love and care for, you see it everywhere, right? You see it on the streets, you see your parents making love, you see your parents, giving each other a kiss, giving each other a hug, a goodbye, right? Like, all these simple things, ever since you were a kid, we've seen these things over and over again for a long time. Right? Like, as long as we were, kids, when we were observant, we know and we knew things like this existed. We knew love, right? Love was always in us. It was always inside of us to care and to make friendships. Whether that's, also making love as well, when you were a kid, right? Like, expressing your love. And when I say making love, I don't mean, you know what I mean, but I mean like expressing your love, like telling your parents that you miss them, and then just, right, giving them a hug when they came back from work. It's simple things like that. But I want to focus on what's happening right now in the world. I mean, besides, right, like people you see at the malls and stuff, you see, on social media, yes, there are a lot of amazing couples on there. But I also want to emphasize that love is dead in this generation. And the fact that there's still love in our generation is a little confusing. There is love, but there's not much love. But when we're talking about this, the most type of love, or I should say, the most loyal and purest form of love you mainly see is always around people that are older. Like, I was born in 2008. That makes me 16 because I have a late birthday, and a lot of my peers are 17 years old, and they get in janky and recyclable and replaceable relationships that truly hold no value under those things. And that's because of, insecurities that certain people aren't willing to heal. That's because of just egotistical things and just basically just stupid little things that build up to be more and more worse every single time that you ignore them and neglect them. Basically, it's like something, like a small bad habit, and it just becomes, a lot worse. So, an example would be, let's say you were not the best looking person when you were little, and when you grew up, you got a whole glow up, and you begin to start taking care of yourself, you begin to looking better, right? To feel better and gain more confidence. That's a great thing. But many people use that against, their will. They don't use it so they can find the person that they want to love. They use it so they can play around with people. They use it to fill the void in a way where they like one person, they pretend to like one person, right, for 1 week, and then they move on to another person, and then they go around, and then they move around, and they go to another person, and it's like, that one friend where it's like, like, you don't check up or you don't talk to them for like a good 2 weeks, and they've been with like 4 different people. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's what I want to emphasize. Love is gone. Like, in our generation, it's dead. There's nowhere to find it. And if, right, like, I'm talking to like the people who are actually constantly engaging in this type of stuff, like the type of people who ruin relationships. Like, what are you doing? Now, for the ones who actually care to take care of yourselves and actually maintain a healthy relationship with your partner, good for you. Kudos to you. Like, good job. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and I'm proud of you for that. But to the people who aren't doing what they're supposed to do and they're cheating, like, why are you giving out your energy to try and attract the person that you don't even care about and then play around with them like they're a toy? Like, you have to understand that everyone has feelings. Even the people you don't like right? Oh, surprise. No, we're all human beings. We all have emotions. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You feel anger? Guess what? I feel anger too. You feel happiness? I feel happiness too. You feel loneliness? I feel loneliness too. It's simple. It's the mere connection of all human beings. And in order for you or a player to understand that, that's the first way of retrieving our dead love-filled society. It's because of all these players that we lose hope. You know, when we find the actual person that cares about us and we like them back, we're so scared to, break free. We're so scared to break free and say, hey, let me love this person, because we're scared. We don't want to open up again. We don't trust this person because of what your first relationship did to you. We don't want to trust it. And it hurts, but it's the truth, man. It's the truth. There's no, you can't change anyone, right? You can't go up to a player and tell them, oh, this is what you're doing wrong. You need to do something, you need to do something else, and this is what you want. This is what you have to do. No, because they won't listen. Because players are smart, or else how would they be able to manipulate people, right? They're smart. They're emotionally intelligent, but they don't want to use that in a good way. They want to use it against people. So you have to protect yourself. And I get it. It's difficult. It's so difficult to find manipulation to detect it unless you're extremely emotionally intelligent or just smart in general. But it's hard. Because feelings, right? When we fall in love or when we start to like someone, that image becomes blurry. We focus so much on love to the point where we can't even see properly. I'm telling you, even if you're intelligent, if you're an emotionally intelligent person, that goes away. That naturally just fades away because of all the love hormones, right? I think it's serotonin. Yeah, it's serotonin releases in your brain, and then all these neural messengers start going, and you're just not aware anymore, right? You might be aware 100%. You're obviously gonna think somewhere in your head, if you've been neglected or hurt before, it's oh, is this person gonna do something bad to me, or is this actually something that's real? Is this a real connection? I get it, it happens, but it just won't really be there anymore. You're protecting, you trying to protect yourself, it's not going to be stronger than the feeling of your serotonin, because again, I've mentioned this a lot of times, but we're creatures of comfort. Whatever feels more comfortable obviously will overlap whatever feels more uncomfortable. And in this case, it would be keeping up your guard. That would be more uncomfortable. Now, believe me when I say this, but I think love can be restored. It just takes some inner work, and really we have to fix it as a society, but not everyone's willing to do it. But you can do your part if you choose to love someone truly and for them and for who they are. If you don't like somebody, why would you even waste your energy? Okay, don't even think about for a minute, don't even think about their energy. Just think about your energy. You're wasting your energy texting, sure, you might argue with me that you're barely putting any work, but it's energy. Energy is real currency. Sorry about that. But anyways, energy is the real currency. And the fact that you don't respect, that other person is a problem. But whatever, right? The fact that you're using your energy to pursue something you don't even want to pursue is absolutely insane. Because what happens when we lose our energy? We become drained, we lose ourselves, and we don't want to do anything anymore. So, don't. Number one, don't. Because it's not good for yourself. What, maybe like if you're some crazy maniac and you enjoy manipulating people because it makes you feel better about yourself, well, I'd say find a, better and more sustainable hobby, right? Because quite frankly, that's not good for you. And it's not smart to do so because holy crap, like you just be making yourself look stupid, dumber every single day. You lose all your friends, you lose all your people you're close to. It's not beneficial. Unless you're some crazy maniac again, which is, but I don't believe most of the people don't think that way, so it should be alright. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I just wish it wasn't so hard to, actually trust someone. Like I have these issues. Not that I'm a player. No. Me, I love hard. Right? I'm patient. I don't leave when it gets hard. I leave when it gets disrespectful. So that's my type of thing. I love deeply and very hard, but that also has some negative effects too, because like, come on, do you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's so hard for me to get into a relationship because it takes for me so long to actually see if I want to be in a relationship with someone. Like, it can be like me with someone I find really pretty, but I actually would want to spend a lot of time with this person right before getting into a relationship with them, because I need to know this person in and out. I need to figure them out before I say, hey, let me commit all of my energy towards this one person, because that's what me, lover boys do. For you females out there, you lover girls, right? Yeah, lover girls, that's what you will call it. But yeah, for all of you like lover girls, lover boys out there, kudos to you, right? Save your energy. I suggest don't take a look at one person and be like, oh, I think this person looks great, I'm gonna be with them. No. You know what I mean? Like, don't be one of those people that go on the malls and like interview people and like interview, girls and guys, whatever your gender or whoever you like is. No judgment here. Don't go up to someone and be like, yo, you know what? I just seen you there. You were kind of fun. Like, do you want to go on a date sometime? I mean, okay, they're getting their intentions straight, but at the same time, let me tell you how that's bad. Go up, approach the person. If you find someone you really feel like their aura popping out, you know what I mean? Like, feel a good vibe and energy, and you just suddenly approach them, you want to talk and get their number and be friends, that's absolutely fine. But don't rush, right? Like, hey, like, what's your name? You know what I mean? Just start off as simple, like, hey, like, my name is this. Like, just be like, hey, my name is Lucas, and when I was walking by earlier, I noticed you and I found you really cute. Or just start off with another compliment, like, hey, I really liked your hair, right? Can I get your number and we'll hang out sometime, and we'll just chill and get to know each other. Yeah, like, right, that's what and how it should be, instead of, hey, fine shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get your number and shit, let me get that BBL. Like, no, bro, like, you're jumping way too much. Like, you have to take it slow and steady first. Get to know this person, because, I'm telling you, if you don't know this person and y'all break up, that's gonna mess you up in the head. And if you don't take any time to heal, and it's over for you, my friend. It's over. So, what I'm trying to say, and all I'm trying to say is just, our love is dead in this society, but don't give up, because there's always going to be someone out there who's for you. There's always going to be someone who's willing to sacrifice for you. You just don't see it. There's so much love around you, but you're too fixated on your own expectations of what love would look like, so that you don't see it. Maybe you need 10,000 I love yous from the same person or from all your friends every single day. I don't know. But hey, that's a possibility. But in reality, your friends, their way of saying I love you 10,000 times is a simple good night, is a simple, after a hangout, they might say something like, hey, text me when you get home. These are all hidden love messages that mean I care for you, I'm here for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to learn to read between the lines. It's not always gonna be direct. It's not always gonna be like, hey, I love you and shit, you mean all this to me. No, you gotta learn how to read through the lines. Read in between the lines. And I promise you, I know a lot of you are smart enough to do that. So, right, do it. Keep on doing. If that's what you're doing, continue doing that because you're doing great. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here and share some of my thoughts with y'all. Right? Let me know what else y'all want to hear about. Right? I'm open. Right? Open to anything y'all want to talk about. Let me know. But I felt like that was something I just needed to get off my head because it was, quite frankly, pretty heavy. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask me down in the comments below. And I'm going to sign out. I'll see you guys another time, alright?